all night long.
And you see Boots Ennis coming out from that orthodox stance, right-handed. I personally think he's a better southpaw. And against fighters like Ennis, you want to give him the different looks. You want to give him a different perspective. You know, he probably expected Boots to come out southpaw, coming out orthodox.
And you see Boots early on aiming a little bit for that midsection. That's the one area that's open in this sort of shell defense that Stanionis fights in.
Stanionis' motto in this fight, all gas, no brakes. He promises to take the fight to Boots and not go backwards.
Yeah, but with a motto like that, all gas, no brakes, you're bound to run into an accident, you know? Guys like Boots, they love that kind of stuff. That's food for them, man. Stanionis needs to be smart with that pressure, which he is. That's the thing about him, and behind that ramrod jab. But you can see that Boots is looking for that uppercut already. I mean, stabbing him down with the jabs to set up that right uppercut. Those are money punches by Boots.
That uppercut got a smile out of Stanionis, who again, his wife is due any day with a baby. In fact, she was due 3 days ago.
Love that body shot around the guard of Boots. In his last fight,
nice counter left for Stanionis.
His last fight, Stanionis, he kind of got touched up in the body in those middle rounds. I love the fact that Ennis is already touching that body early.
Criticism for Boots in his last fight is that he was getting hit too often and too cleanly.
Because he fights to his competition, man. He needs to be motivated. He's not motivated by a guy that he went 24 rounds with. You can definitely see how sharp he is against Stanionis. He's not going to get touched in this fight. Unless Stanionis forces him to get touched. And you can see right now, Stanionis is not really throwing the shots that he normally accustomed throwing so early.
And Chris Boots looks bigger, doesn't he?
Yeah, it looks like he's rehydrated really well. And that's a part of this. For the last 3 or 4 fights, Boots Ennis has fought under IBF rules, which has required a 10-pound rehydration the next day. Because this is a unification fight, that 10-pound rehydration clause goes out the window. So he's been able to rehydrate perhaps a little bit more going into this fight.
Yeah, he was asked yesterday what he was going to have for breakfast the day of the fight. He said everything.
Yeah, and at the weigh-in, he looked like a smaller fighter, thinner. You can see the Stanionis is bulkier around the midsection, around the torso area. But rehydration is key. And the fact that they don't have to just do 10 pounds and actually do your natural weight, that's all advantage for Jaron Ennis.
Time.
Like to the hand, come up there. Yo, go around. And this is what you want to see from Ennis right here. Around the guard, that body shot right there. Didn't look like much, but that's going to set up uppercuts the farther this fight goes, because the pressure's only going to get more consistent, and hooks like that, those are the 2 best punches from Stanionis. So the uppercuts and hooks, the longer this fight goes, the more violent it's going to get.
Those drawn Boots, and his father tell him, hey, he's ducking his head. Try to catch him with that uppercut.
Yeah, that's how you turn that high guard, that peekaboo defense against him. He hunches over and he has there's a way for the uppercut to land.
Boots has been able to keep Stanionis at bay with that long jab.
Yeah, which is fending off the jab of Stanionis, which is his best weapon. He's one of the best jabbers in all of boxing. Lands about 10 jabs per round, connects at about 36% connect rate. That's a major weapon for him, not just in scoring shots, but setting up other ones.
No doubt, but you're using your advantages, your height, your 6-inch reach. That's what you want to do with your Boots right now. Keep this fight in the middle, ready to stay off the ropes and keep popping that jab and looking for that left uppercut. See, this is going to be a fight where, of course, the Matador is going to have the advantage over the Bull, because the Bull has slower feet. Ennis has slower feet, flatter feet, and he cuts off the ring really quick going to his right. But as a southpaw, Boots going to his right, he's not as easy as cutting off the ring going to the left. So you can see right there, when Boots went to his left, he kind of tripped up a little bit, Ennis.
This is the 9th consecutive fight in which Ennis is facing both height and reach disadvantages. Ennis 2 inches taller, 6-inch reach advantage. Nice left from Ennis. And then a right.
And that's the criticism we have of Ennis. There's a beautiful combination, throw 5-6 punches, but got hit with one big shot.
Instead, Boots landed a good body shot there in that exchange.
This is the fight we thought we'd see. Ennis constantly trying to come forward, and Ennis trying to cut him off at the pass.
Yeah, no feeling out between these two guys, going straight on it.
Stiff jab from Ennis, who says boxing is all about timing.
Everything revolves around that shotgun jab of Ennis, but if he can't have a stationary target to land, it's going to be a lot harder to track down Ennis.
That was another good body shot. Left hand, right upright.
It's going to be all body shots, man. That's how you're going to slow down this tank. Is those body shots, those jabs, movement, lateral, moving to your left, right, switching orthodox, southpaw, showing everything you got.
Ennis coming off a 336-day absence. Only his second fight in 3 years.
Time.
Your brother.
I know. Can you tell from the tone of my voice that I know it's you?
I need your help.
Reasonable kill Great King. Do what I want when I want it. Have gun will travel. Guess I hit him harder than I thought. Really? Yeah. It's a family thing.
I counted 2. Incident was April 25.
Look, Ennis right there, he should be aiming for the body, even though he landed a good headshot right there. That's what Boots is guilty of. He leaves that head and chin a little bit too exposed, but this is also what Boots is known for. Vicious counter shots like that, running shots, beautiful uppercut. If that would have landed a chin, that would have done a lot more damage. You can expect more uppercuts and sharp counter punching by Ennis.
This fight starting the way you thought it might.
Starting a little bit faster, but it's evolving into the fight I think I expected and most people expected. Good advice between rounds in the corner of Ennis. Marvin Simonia was a long-time trainer. So if you're going to throw that jab, you got to throw something else behind it. You got to let your hands go when you're exchanging.
There's those jabs you were calling for earlier from Ennis, Sergio.
Yeah, but see, he needs to do it. He needs to punch quick. Ennis has a slightly faster hands. So if you're going to be... Ennis is either blocking or he's jabbing. He's going to have to do a little bit of both at the same time.
Try that wind-up uppercut to Ennis. That's going to be his punch. No doubt about it.
Now, Ennis is just... He's shining right now, man. I mean, everything's just so smooth. He's not overloading on punches either.
It feels like we're seeing a decreased output from Ennis that we've seen in previous fights. He's still walking Boots down, but unlike what we saw against Butayev and Maestre, he's not letting his hands go in those situations.
Boots getting a little cheat here, isn't he? Made the right hand there in the corner.
I mean, that's how he always
Oh,
fights.
is that left hand going to call it a knockdown? No, he says it's behind.
No knockdown, no knockdown.
A lot of the Lithuanians here in the arena, and there are a pretty good contingent of them voicing their displeasure.
No, Boots is so talented that he just takes his talent for granted, man. And sometimes he just gets a little, I guess lazy is the word, but a little overconfident. And that's when he can get checked.
That left uppercut is landing consistently.
Those are hard shots by Ennis. See, that's the problem with that high guard defense. You know, defense like Winky Redhead and fighters like Corte and Cloudy. They didn't get knocked out. You know, guys like that didn't get knocked out, but they got bruised up, they got beat, they got outpointed by fighters that are content getting the gloves, going around the gloves, and of course stabbing the body.
Boots' team felt that, nice jab there from Stanionis. Boots' team felt that Stanionis could bring out the best of Ennis, that we haven't seen the best of Boots yet because no one has taken him to that next level. Can this Lithuanian be the man to do it? He's grinded and lands a right hand, but a counter left for Boots.
And that's what Stanionis needs to do. He landed a counter right on his own. He punched with Boots. He's going to have to go through the fire. Both of them landed big right hands.
Boots clearly has more pop, that's for sure. 29 knockouts in his 33 wins.
Ten seconds. Time.
So far, Chris has Stanionis won it, and he'd done.
No, I thought third round was probably his best round in terms of landed punches, but I think so far it's been a Boots Ennis fight. 3 rounds to none, 30 to 27. His power is just a difference maker at this stage.
Footwork is the difference in this stage, Chris. I'm telling you, this is
You got to land punches, though. You got to
No, I hear you, but Stanionis can't land a punch because he can't track down Boots. The only time he does land is when he throws with him, and they're both stationary. Good body shot there by Boots.
Yeah, these investments in the body, if they keep up, they're going to pay off in the leg rounds.
Stanionis just looks so much smaller than Boots in there right now. He's used to that, though. Stanionis was scheduled to face Virgil Ortiz Jr. 3 times. We talked about Boots avoiding him. Stanionis had a bout on the first date because of an emergency appendectomy. And the next 2 bouts canceled after Virgil Ortiz Jr. dealt with illness.
And see, there's another fighter in Virgil Ortiz that has that high guard defense and the same output, only he doesn't have the same jab that Stanionis has. That would have been a monster fight, man, because right now, Boots not only has the defense, the footwork, but the accuracy and power behind it.
Good right hand from Stanionis. He's getting his shots in, Chris. It's just not nearly the same power that Ennis has on his.
Yeah, he's got to put his combination together a little bit more. Just the body work of Boots Ennis is so impressive at this stage. And he is one of the better body punchers in all of boxing. He's digging down there.
Look at slightly switching back to orthodox stance right now.
Looks like a small cut over the right eye or under the right eye of Stanionis.
Stanionis said he prepared for both styles. Brought in southpaws and orthodox fighters, lots of them, to prepare for this fight.
Yeah, but none of them have this kind of natural gifted ability, man. I mean, speed, power, long arms. It's a beautiful, beautiful boxer puncher right here.
Boots has told us, listen, tonight's going to be my crowning achievement, my biggest moment. He envisions himself finishing Stanionis and celebrating in front of this very pro Boots crowd, and he's given a plenty to cheer about offensively and defensively.
He is schooling Stanionis so far as making a miss. I mean, you don't make champions miss 3-4 punches in a row like that.
Career high pace
10
for
seconds.
Stanionis. This is his moment. Can he cash in? He's got work to do.
Time.
Sergio, what would your advice be to Ennis right now if you were in his corner?
Well, you got to get physical. You got to get in there. You got to fight fire with fire, man. You're going to get hit on the way in. But you have the wide shoulders. You have these big biceps and forearms. You have that high guard. Take the chances, and once you're in there, you got to let it rip, man, especially downstairs. And bang away at the body, the ribs, anything that Boots gives you.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of body work from Staniano, certainly not to the level that we've seen from Boots.
Because Ennis is not allowing him. He's maintaining that range and distance with that long jab. And of course, that sharp upper body movement. Look at that defense.
There's Staniano's throwing some shots to the waistband. Trying to grind down some opportunities here in the corner. Look at the total punches landed. Ennis has landed 10 more. Power punches landed. Over double for Boots, 35 compared to 14. Good right hand from Ennis.
Good shot right
And
there.
then downstairs, upstairs. That's what you wanted to see when he got inside.
That's exactly what he needs to do. And what Boots needs to do, better pick up that left.
Oh, nice left. This is the best round for Staniano's by far.
Boots better pick up that left hand. Getting lazy with that, dropping that hand. Staniano is catching on now. He caught on to the speed now and the timing. Body shot there by Boots.
Staniano is the WBA welterweight champion. Fighting for the ring belt, the lineal championship. That's become the gold standard in this sport.
I didn't think Ennis was going to have this easy of a time out jabbing Staniano. Staniano has one of the best jabs in boxing, in the business.
And he's winning this round, though.
This round he's doing well.
There's an uppercut. Staniano's blocking those punches, but they're so powerful, they're still seemingly doing some damage, backing him up. And there's a bloody nose now as he lands the right hand, but eats the left of his own. Boots coming on here as Staniano covers up. He's turning into a bloody mess. Boots so relaxed in there.
In the line of fire, man, I can't believe how relaxed this man is. It's incredible watching this. It's like he's fighting Staniano.
10 seconds.
In slow motion, you can see everything coming, man. He's like Neo the Matrix in there. Dodging bullets, dodging punches, looking sharp.
Time.
The final 30, 40 seconds with Boots Ennis started to tee off and really opened up the blood coming from that nose. So evening around with Staniano's man one, he took a lot of punishment.
I agree, yep.
Yeah, the two guys walking back to the ring, walking back to the corners. You know the judges are looking at Staniano just pouring blood out of his nose. Boots still looks as fresh as a daisy in there.
Yup. Florida defeated the other two to win the title.
I mean, he's given it his all.
Well, there's levels to championship boxing, man. I mean, it's just how incredible Boots is.
UFC 315 will be held at the Bell Century in what place?
Looking for punches. He's punching in between the shots, risking danger.
Bell Century.
There's your total punches landed in that last round. I think it was a bit skewed. 19 of 68 from Ennis.
Yeah, UFC 315 will be held at the Bell Century Bell in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The home of Canadians hockey.
Having issues with, you can't keep someone in the same space. You can't get them against the ropes.
Big swing and a miss there from Stanionis. As Boots fighting out in a southpaw stance now in that front foot battle. You really put your opponent at a disadvantage if you can step on top of his foot as you're throwing a punch. Hard for him to move out of the way.
Boots is the sharper fighter, in part because he is most definitely more active of the two fighters. Even though the two fights last year were his best performance, he still got 2 fights in. Marcus Stanionis only got 1, and that was all for the entire year before that. So he's had to battle stops and starts in training camps, ring rust that he admitted affected him in the Maestre fight. Now we talk all the time, Sergio, activity does matter. I think as this fight progresses, it's going to matter even more.
You know, activity matters especially for boxers, but, whenever you have a style of Stanionis, you would think that it doesn't bother you as much. I think the footwork is bothering Stanionis. The fact that he can't compete with the foot speed of Ennis. And look, those body shots right there, that's Stanionis' kryptonite, I believe.
Yeah, he's shrinking and now Boots
Oh, he's down. He's down.
He softened him up to the body and came over the uppercut. Boots knows exactly what he's doing. He's breaking down Stanionis.
The face tells the tale. Blood everywhere, and the body's not doing much better. Can Boots seal the deal here in round 6? 10 seconds to go.
Ten seconds.
Still in there slinging his guns.
Time.
Ennis gets his crown.
Yes, Jaron Boots Ennis retains it, and he is a new champion.